Good afternoon, sports fans. Welcome back to Five Nations Roller Derby Playoffs 2025 here in the spiritual home of British Roller Derby, Fenton Manor Sports Complex in Stoke-on-Trent. We are here for the Tier 2 WFTDA side. Final, it's the gold medal game.
There's some shiny stuff on offer.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, on offer. We are here to see Wiltshire Roller Derby taking on Bristol Roller Derby in this gold medal game. I am your boy. I am Smashy Boy, and I am joined by
Riggs. It's lovely to be here with you for this medal match.
And we have got a Blunderbolt joining us here on the stream desk, feeding us stats, making us sound clever, and let me know what we're on about. But let's go through these rosters for this gold medal game. So skating in green, we have got Wiltshire Roller Derby. We've got number 00, Lorenegade, number 1111, Badger, number 13, Ginge, number 1550, Reckless, number 17, Swift, number 19, B, number 195, The Hag, number 249, Serenity, number 31, Thistle, number 53, Escapade, number 58, Diamond Dodge, number 702, number 78, Linsane, number 786, Question Mark, and 808, Bookworm's Revenge. That is Wiltshire Roller Derby skating in green.
And I would like to introduce you to Bristol Roller Derby. We have 007 Aphrodite for Destruction, 100 Insane Bolt, 111 Cherry Bomb, 12 Tilly Latimer, 14 Lex Lethal, 22 Skelly, 27 Sid Vicious, 314 Chloroblast, 4 Divine Wrath, 462 Chip, 501 Annie Mayhem, 55 Whoop, 808 Brizzy, 87 Little Miss Budlust, 88 Livewire, and 999 Blackthorn. So we are about 40 seconds to Derby, and we are going to settle in here. I, for one, am thrilled to see this matchup. Wiltshire put out an extraordinary performance yesterday. Really strong, and I had such a fabulous time watching the Bristol Jammers as well. So honestly, I'm looking forward to a delicious serving of Derby from both of these teams.
Tasty, tasty Derby. Nom 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 nom.
Indeed, indeed. So hopefully, there they come. We were just waiting for the wonderful appearance to see who's going to join us first. Bristol are keenest. They set out their stall, and we invite Wiltshire. So you are going to have Bristol in white. Those of you who are used to seeing them in the blue, they are playing in white today, and Wiltshire will play in their green uniform. So we are just about ready to go. You'll see on the overlay, you'll get the lineups there as well. So you will know that Chip is standing, wearing the Jammer hat, very consistent, putting up some big scores yesterday, so Bristol will be looking for more of the same from Chip. And we're just waiting for the lovely surprise of, I believe it's going to be Diamond Dodge.
It's Dodge. You can't see on the screens at home, but Dodge is taking a massive run up.
Dodge is in the other sports hall.
Dodge is all the way on track one.
There we go. There's Dodge making a very darting appearance into the screen. So we are off. And of course, these first couple of jams, both teams filling each other out, but feeling lead is Diamond Dodge. That run up working out really well, but Bristol out equally quickly. It's probably half a lap between them. And let's see the setups now. So lovely takeout to the outside. So both jammers getting caught up pretty much at the same time. But the recycle comes in on Chip. Oh, shutting the door was the pivot from Bristol there. No, you will not take them back any further than that. So we have 4 in the bank for Wiltshire. They have opened their account here this afternoon. Make that 8. Double your money in just this first jam. And Chip is looking for that room on the line, but Wiltshire are all over this, and they are proving incredibly resistant to the press smashing.
I mean, Diamond Dodge put in an absolute shift in so far this weekend. Obviously, already playing for Wiltshire yesterday, but also dual rostered with Crash Test Brummies. So playing another game yesterday. So absolutely putting the hours in here in Stoke-on-Trent.
Oh no, this is a power jam now in favour of Diamond Dodge as Chip has picked up a cut track penalty. So the gift that will keep on giving into this next jam for Wiltshire, as they will get the power jam start in this next jam. Opened the account very well. So this is almost the opposite of the last game I was on, where it took us almost the entire game to get even close to 100 points. These lot are like, no, Riggs, you can have all the points immediately.
Points, making it rain with points here on track 2.
Talking of that, it is 4 to Bristol, 12 to Wiltshire, as we see Renegade get the gift of a power jam start. Not quite so much of a run-up, but there is a pivot line start, and they normally lie to us about that, and short work.
Lovely little whip from Ginge there as well.
That is exactly, I'm telling you, every uniform supplier will be ordering in new shirts after this weekend. We have seen the whip make its comeback. But look at this lateral movement from the Renegade, never resting for a moment. Those legs are not stopping, and it's beautiful to complete the first scoring pass here. So Wiltshire out to set out their stall nice and early. Chip is having a bit of a time of things. Yeah, that was another cut. I thought it was. I was just waiting for the confirmation to come in. So back-to-back penalties for Chip.
Not how you want to be starting a game.
You're going to need
a gold medal on the line.
You need some jamnesia to help you get over these two. But unfortunately, Chip is going to get a third attempt at this, as we see Wiltshire just settle things down, and they are now on a lovely 20 points. Bristol held to 4. That's only 2 jams, and Chip is just having a little moment there. Little moment.
At least you get 30 seconds in between. 30 seconds in between the jam.
Sit there, think about what you've done, and third time is not a charm, Chip. We're wishing that for you. It is Swift who gets the power jam start on this occasion, and we are going to give a bit of a run up. So this was first season with Wiltshire. Was previously with SRT. As we see Swift coming in, lovely movement, but is met by 808 Brizzy, who shot that lane right down. Look at this, excellent work. So Chip is out of the pack, and he's really trying to stretch the Wiltshire blockers up front, but that is a beautiful tripod.
They are locked down, absolutely.
You need to bring your focus for the finals, and here we go. Both jammers contending with these blockers who are out to win these jams, and Chip finally gets a break.
But we have got Swift being sent to the penalty box.
Chip will be very glad the pendulum has swung in the other direction, so now it is a power jam to Chip.
And we are going to have it for the full 2 minutes.
Oh, did we speak too soon? Chip is in a bit of a penalty spiral here. So we're going to have the old jammer switcheroo. Very well behaved blockers, not hitting each other just now. It's nice and early in the game. They will wait for the jammers. So Swift back on track. Little bit of chaos in there, as we see everybody trying to help out.
Right, offense there from Insane Bolt, but not quite enough to get Chip out against that 3-wall, dare I say it, of doom. Oh. But there we have our first star pass of the game.
That was a beautiful star pass, just very much prepared the exit and executed brilliantly there. So that is Insane Bolt, who has taken the star there for Bristol. And we do see the recycle on Swift, and time has run out on both of them. So let's see how we did there. So Bristol having a lovely time in that jam, managing to pull themselves up to 11 points. Wiltshire picking up 4, taking them to 24.
That's only 3 jams, Riggs.
It is. This is going to be quite an interesting game. And like I said, they're just filling each other out right now.
I know Bristol weren't necessarily thrilled with the prospect of having to go up against Wiltshire.
I mean, it is. You said it's rematch central this afternoon, isn't it?
It is. So Bristol, having already played against Wiltshire in this Five Nations season, seeing the win go to Bristol 164-40. But that's not what the score's looking like at the moment. But we've still got plenty of time for things to change.
So much Derby to go. Everybody wanted the outside line. Nobody was getting it. It's Badger out for Wiltshire versus Aphrodite for destruction for Bristol. And it is going to be Aphrodite who picks up lead. Badger picks up, unfortunately, a track cut. Back to the set for you, Badger.
So that is now 5 jammer penalties total across both teams in 4 jams.
They're going to have to start behaving themselves, otherwise this game is going to get chaotic. But we're seeing Aphrodite being held up incredibly well here, and what you do not want to let Aphrodite do is get those legs pumping. I swear Aphrodite runs the track on those toe stops rather than skating, and Wiltshire are doing really well at stripping that energy from the jammer. As we see the recycle. Badger is now re-entering just out in the back of the picture, and what a furious fight from Badger. Maybe a honey badger, who knows? Here's the foot race. Now Aphrodite has a great turn of pace but doesn't need to use it, as in control of the jam, but that is exactly what Badger will have wanted to do, is force that call off. Did anybody get any points? Is it bagels all round?
Bagels?
It says,
No.
I've been watching too much tennis, you know. Outrageous, I know. I watch other sports, but it's true.
So 4 points picked up by Bristol there, bringing the score to 24 to Bristol, 15, 24 to Wiltshire, 15 to Bristol. Put your contact lenses in, Smash.
So Diamond Dodge is going to take on Livewire, who was also another jammer I watched yesterday. A bit like Aphrodite for destruction, speed is Livewire's friend. And so if you can limit that, like we see in the Wiltshire blockers do here, it can be incredibly useful, and that has allowed Diamond Dodge, who did a great bit of work up front, to escape and pick up a lead. But like I said, Livewire never hangs around. So this will want to be a hit it and quit it by Diamond Dodge, who has taken a big fall and does hear the call of the bench just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that was absolutely always going to be as soon as Livewire got out, you know what's going to happen. That's going to be a short, sharp, bish, bash, bosh. Not even completing the full pass, only 2 points picked up there.
You get what you get, and then you
Should you be thankful for it?
You shut it down, because Livewire will pass that pack super quick. So great game control that we're seeing here from Wiltshire as well. We've talked about this before. It's not just the physicality on track, it's the battle of wits between the bench managers, the strategy that we see, and Le Renegade going up against Tilly Latimer, who we're seeing for the first time here. Tilly Latimer immediately going for the star stash straight after the lead is established in favour of Wiltshire. And here comes the Renegade on a scoring pass, and I am thoroughly impressed with Wiltshire's blocking today. Their catch and contain has been super effective, and they are giving Tilly Latimer quite a tough ride of things. Tilly getting a bit of momentum now, but Wiltshire still able to get bodies in front, but you saw the Renegade go on through there, carrying the speed. So the Renegade trying to grab some more, a little step over the apex. Oh, but there was a cut there from Le Renegade. Not safe enough, not allowed to call it off. So Tilly Latimer now has the pleasure of another minute or so, 30 seconds of those unaccompanied on the track in this power jam. So excellent work here from Tilly Latimer. Oh, the Renegade back out and unceremoniously shown to the outfield, Smashy.
By her former teammate, Skelly, no less. Skelly of Bristol, previously having skated for Wiltshire, back into Dare.
Oh, I love it. Oh, a lot of action down in the southwest, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, I
But that's the thing,
it.
Wiltshire and Bristol, they are neighbours.
Oh,
So they must know each
you.
other.
Bit of geography for you here as well, eh?
Oh, we had this last time we were on stream together. You telling me everything there was to know about Stoke-on-Trent.
I mean,
About the history of pottery.
I am a Stoke-on-Trent aficionado. Did you know that Stoke-on-Trent is the home of the Spitfire?
I did not, but I do now,
Right.
and I feel richer for it.
This is the kind of factual facts that we are here for whilst we're in this official timeout, and everybody checks their clipboards. So let's just wait and see what's going on. Talking of waiting and seeing and thinking about the future, as we are prone to do during an official timeout, get involved with Five Nations. You can volunteer for 2026 season with Five Nations. Be the change you want to see in the roller derby world.
Beat me to it, Riggs.
I can't help you. I'm so keen on you all getting involved in Five Nations, and meaning I have to do less work, that I'm here to promote that. So get on the website.
You may see a certain someone stood in a square in the middle of the track, Mr. Paul Jones, in his Wiltshire photo top. This game right here, right now, all right, Fatboy Slim, is Paul Jones's 600th game. I can't even count to 600.
Imagine how many thousands of photographs that is over 600 games. But we salute.
I'm in a lot of them.
We salute Paul Jones, my fellow countryman, Wiltshire and Wales in his heart, but bringing a beauty to our sport. As we see some beautiful jamming on the track from Swift and Livewire. So really looking, honestly for me, despite the points, I actually think this has been a very blocker-focused game. They have been doing an incredible job here.
One thing I noticed yesterday from watching Bristol play, the blockers very, very quick to switch from offence to defence, just incredibly dynamic, rather than necessarily focusing on hunkering down. They are so aware of everything that's going on.
Yeah, that ability to transition between the two almost seamlessly and in super quickly really does play into one of Bristol's big advantages, as we see Livewire trying to take the speed into the contact there, but you see Wiltshire looking for the cut, didn't get it, but Livewire then not able to capitalise on that. And look at this furious work up here. You see Swift. It's Bookworm's Revenge.
Bookworm's Revenge.
Come along, Riggs. Bookworm's Revenge.
We've had a star pass that we've so sneaky we didn't even notice.
That was stealthy, that was. But Bookworm's Revenge using some fantastic lateral movement. But that's my favourite, when you shove your teammate into somebody else. That is great. So we see Livewire getting on around. Points being picked up. This is a great jam for Bristol, and I wonder they want to run it here.
I mean,
Bookworm's Revenge has picked up a forearm at the end of that. So Wiltshire have just handed Bristol a power jam start, Smashy.
And that is within reach of a lead change potentially in the next jam. If you've got a power jam start, you've got a pivot in the box rather than a jammer starting that jam from the penalty box. Yeah. And then you put an international level skater.
It's Aphrodite for destruction.
Team West Indies in the house.
I would not. Look at this. Let's see how Aphrodite gets on here. So we are going to see Aphrodite for destruction lovingly pick up a lead jam in that scenario. Looking now to capitalise and really bring Bristol back in touch. Two passes would bring Bristol within 1 point.
So Bookworm's Revenge now back on track, star in hand. Ginge there offering some offence, trying to break apart that Bristol wall, but not quite enough. Curse of the announcer. Say it, then it happens.
That is exactly what our job is all about, but that is 999 Blackthorn going to the penalty box. So there's whistles blowing all over the place. We are losing blockers left, right and centre, but Aphrodite for destruction looks to me like has picked up a penalty, as you see the power jam arms from Wiltshire. So we'll just let everybody sort this out. We'll just establish who's where when we get to the end of that. I can see two blockers on one side, one blocker on the other side. So two in the box for Wiltshire, one in there for Bristol, and we just need to find out whether Aphrodite did pick up
the penalty box manager is gesturing to the jammer seat for Bristol. Aphrodite for destruction, taking a seat. Can't quite see at the moment. We haven't got the information as to what penalty it was that was picked up by Aphrodite for destruction. But once we've got it, we will keep you in the loop. But 1 point game, Riggs. 1 point game.
So Bristol looking to kind of re-establish their game with, in this game. Wiltshire come out strong. Came out really, really strong.
But we saw yesterday that Wiltshire were more of a second half team. And speaking to people here over the weekend, talking about Wiltshire, they typically say they're a second half team. And they ran away with it in the first kind of couple of minutes. Well, we saw those first 3 jams where Bristol really had that trouble with their penalties for their jammers. So if we're seeing such a tight game so early on in the first half, I dread to think what's going to happen in the second half.
I think it's going to be incredibly interesting to see. One of the things I do enjoy about Wiltshire, as somebody who feels like they've been coming to stake forever and a day, is that Wiltshire are a team who always turn up for playoffs. Like, they always bring their A game. It's very rare you see them have a bad game
and
here.
I think part of that as well also comes down to you have got some just very, very reliable faces on that team. You've got people for Wiltshire that have been around forever, and they used to be a tiny, small but mighty. They have grown, but they have still got those veteran skaters like Diamond Dodge, like Ginge, like Le Renegade.
So speaking of Diamond Dodge is out and is your lead jammer in this Power Jam Star. Aphrodite for Destruction is in the box. That was a high block that took Aphrodite for Destruction to the penalty box. So Diamond Dodge looking to re-establish Wiltshire's lead here, but we see some fantastic blocking from Bristol, forcing the reset here on Diamond Dodge. And now we have Aphrodite for Destruction back on track. Helmet cover in hand, but that gold shiny helmet is not stealthy. I'm not gonna lie, Smashy.
So Aphrodite having a bit of a tough time there up against that wall. Lil Miss Bloodlust trying to disrupt that Wiltshire wall, but not before Diamond Dodge makes it out, picking up those first 4 points of the jam. Diamond Dodge seeing the danger, calls off the jam. Let's see. What I miss. It's another blink and you'll miss it star pass.
It is one of our really preferred tactics of teams over the last year, 18 months. The star pass has really become a very effective way to shut things down, and if you can make that happen for your team, it does make a difference. So Bristol picked up 2 in that last jam, 7 to Wiltshire, taking the scores of 40 to Bristol, 46 to Wiltshire. The Renegade on the line against Tilly Latimer. So the pack's just squeezing up and soaking up the space from these jammers. We're not even past the jam start line, Smashy. But Tilly Latimer makes a break for it, gets shoved into the infield, and Wiltshire blockers do well to stay inbound, which allows the Renegade round the outside to pick up lead. You'll see the star stash and the immediate pass. That was excellent work from the pivot, completely ready to exit the pack there. So we do have the star with Lex Lethal and Le Renegade. This is a fantastic work. Le Renegade through. 4 points already, coming back round for a second scoring pass as we see Lex Lethal just looking for some space, but Wiltshire just able to get a body in front each and every time. The Renegade slowed slightly there. That was number 27, Sid Vicious, just getting on in there, and we are mixing things up on the straightaway here. We've ground to a halt, and the jammers hate that. You see the Renegade trying to back up a little bit to try and pick a line, pick a moment of attack, but we've ground to a halt here. And number 14, of course, the pivot is primarily a blocker and is like, I need to protect this, but the Renegade's patience pays off. And through goes the Renegade for that second scoring pass.
See, it feels so far like we should have had loads and loads of lead changes. It feels like a very, very back and forth. But Wiltshire have maintained control in terms of the scoreline throughout, but it doesn't feel like that's been the case.
Yeah, although they're giving up points, they're only giving up maybe one pass to their 2 every time.
Yeah.
So they are just creeping out. If you can't, grab your 4 points and shut it down, then grab 8 points and shut it down the second lap. That is exactly the way to go, and this is what is helping Wiltshire maintain that as well. So nobody's had more than 2 leads in a row. We've not scored more than 12 points in a jam, but Dodge is the one who holds 100% lead so far. So the luck is with Dodge so far.
So that kind of no more than 2 leads in a row kind of goes to that kind of back and forth. So thank you, Bolt, giving us stats that make me sound like, prove that I know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Yeah, it's always nice to be backed up by our wonderful producers here, and we have quite the crew of announcers. But never mind us, let's focus on Swift, who's out there for Wiltshire in the green, going up against Chip in the white for Bristol. It's 44 to Bristol, 55 to Wiltshire. These 2 jammers looking to make a difference. The bodies are piling into the infield, and Divine Wrath, as always, is there for the reset. Braces the tripod and brings everybody back in.
The sassiest recycling in the West Country.
I mean, the sass from the West Country has been immense this weekend. The distinct lack of respect shown to the other regions, but just with their beautiful play. And look at this, just Chip like, I've just passed you all. Why are you back in front of me again? How dare you? But this is the moment that Bristol have been looking for. They are in control of this jam, and they have just 9 points. 11, no, I can't do maths.
11.
It is 11. 11 points between them, and Chip wants to chip away at that right now. There's the first 4 gone. Are we going to get a lead change? Let's see. There's still 51 seconds on the jam clock. As I mentioned, Chip put up a stonking 18-point jam at some point yesterday. Everybody thumbs up to each other. Excellent stuff. We're all good. Chip gets to recycle, and Swift exits the pack after stashing the star. So you can see Bristol now looking, keeping an eye. Divine Wrath's head on a swivel there, Smashy.
That's one of the things I noticed yesterday. It was Divine Wrath was everywhere. At the front, bracing, communicating to their wall what they wanted doing, and then immediately at the back of the pack recycling, in the middle, doing offense, just everywhere all at once.
And then when they're not on track, right, here comes Blackthorn, right? So, bit of depth there as well, but the depth in the squad is something we've seen with Wiltshire as well. But look at Badger go! Oh my days, somebody's had their mashed potato today. I know some of you elder millennials will appreciate that reference, but Livewire is in the thick of it right now. But the lane opens up on the outside, and unless your bum goes over that line, you are not taking the jammer out, my friends.
So that is Livewire lead jammer for Bristol with a 5-point game.
And that is what I said about Livewire and Aphrodite for Destruction. Their burst of speed, just making that gap from Livewire. But we do see the star stash. It's our pass even. Look at that Livewire. I love it when you do that. You pressure's for tyres, not for Livewire, who does the apex jump, bags the last 4 points, and it's a lead change.
Oh, that was question mark receiving the star in that last jam, and it was question mark that received the star in that last jam of the Wiltshire Rebellion game that saw everything change in the last jam.
Or weren't there a game yesterday? Wonder if we'll get that here today. But right now, your jammer with 100% lead is Diamond Dodge, and Bristol are looking to ruin that, and Aphrodite does. Aphrodite says, no, Dodge, you're not having it. So, Aphrodite for Destruction will be appearing on your screen any second now. There we go. The speed from Aphrodite, incredibly useful. Engaging the pack. Trying to keep safe there in the middle. Diamond Dodge has stashed the star and has completed the initial. So, Aphrodite working hard, but look at that head. Real awareness for where the other jammer is. Listening to the bench, and this is what I have really enjoyed today, is the Derby smarts on display, Smash, have been fantastic. You know, Derby intelligence is a huge factor when it gets to games like this.
It's all very well being able to throw your hits and be a zoomy jammer, but if you haven't got the right set of eyes watching what's going on and knowing at what point on the clock to call it and at what point that opposing jammer's coming round to maximise your points and shut down any scoring potential for your opposition, it all goes out the window.
It does indeed. We're hoping it is going to be their jam, La Renegade versus Tilly Latimer, and the blockers are denying everybody at the moment. But of course, commentators curse. That means Tilly Latimer is allowed through to collect lead. I think that might be Tilly's first lead. We'll double check that. Now that is according to our wonderful producer Blunderbolt. So Tilly with a little bit of a success now. We see Bristol losing a blocker to the box. That's Annie Mayhem going for a multiplayer. And these blockers have absolutely locked down. And like we said, we see the score so very close, and it is matched by the lead, 7 each for each team right now. Nobody has a firm grip on this game yet, Smash.
And it's an equal number of penalties as well. Both teams sitting on 8 penalties at the moment.
This is a match hanging in the balance. Just 6 minutes left of this first period. You know it's all going to get real tasty as people get tired in this second half. I mean, you do not want to go anywhere. It's true. It's true. I live for the Schadenfreude. Here we go. So we have got Bloodworm's Revenge in the box right now. So Tilly Latimer with one less to deal with and completes a scoring pass there. We see La Renegade in. Oh, looks like a penalty.
Looks like a back block.
We'll just check that now. So Tilly Latimer with lead and the power jam. So Bristol with control and the lead as we head into the last 5 minutes of this half. And it was indeed Smashy, a back block that sent the Renegade there. So we're going to get a power jam start too.
Oh,
this is fabulous.
I'm exhausted just watching. Like, oh. So for anyone watching at home, get yourself on the community Discord.
Indeed, I was just updating that with some scores so that you can follow along if you are stuck at work. Tell your friends, get on the community Discord. But right now, it is a power jam start. Live Wire living up to their name, making fairly short work of that, considering the amazing blocking we have seen from Wiltshire thus far.
Really stretching out that pack in a very short space of time.
Now, we always talk about the pendulum of momentum, and Bristol have managed to swing it in their direction. They have held Wiltshire scoreless for 6 jams now.
Crikey.
So when we say that has swung, it really has, and Bristol have found themselves closing out this half in an incredibly strong fashion, and in fact they may well finish this half with a bigger lead over Wiltshire than Wiltshire ever had over them throughout the half. But that is pure speculation on my mathematically challenged part.
I mean, we're at 19 already. I don't think we've had a mass... I mean...
Yeah, I don't think it was bigger than 20 at any
point.
So we see Live Wire continuing on through. That is a second scoring pass. So thus far, 8 rhetorical points there, Smashy.
Bringing back the rhetorical points, I love it. Unanswered points. They are points that are meant to be unanswered.
I did not ask you to respond to these. So both teams losing a blocker to the box. So deploy the tripods as we see Live Wire coming back in again.
So 7:02 with the start, but taking a knee on the infield. We may just be...
Yeah, Live Wire called it. I think that was a lovely bit of sportsmanship from Live Wire there, who realised that there was something occurring, and in actual fact we should probably bring that to an end. And that, if that doesn't sum up the beautiful sport of roller derby, I don't know what is. I mean, look at our screen of skaters there, and now we're thankfully moving away, but we are here to protect their privacy, and this is such a supportive community. Safety first, sport second.
we're all friends.
We are. We all love each other, really, as long as the whistle hasn't gone.
And that's the thing. I think, like I mentioned, like those kind of those leagues along the M4 corridor, as it were. You've got like Wiltshire, Bristol, Bath. They all know each other very, very well. They are friends, and it's, you know, they're going to be looking out for each other, even if they're wanting to destroy each other for the sake of a bit of metal on a bit of ribbon.
Sportsmanship goes an incredibly long way. So let's just say thank you to our wonderful referees, who you can see there rehydrating in the middle. Our wonderful announcer is over there in her sparkly trousers, sausage, doing some just moonlighting, quite frankly. As Sausage's boss, I am thoroughly unimpressed, but distracted by
with her later.
But distracted by the trousers, so it is all fine. But yes, so it's been a fantastic weekend thus far here at Stoke. But don't go anywhere, because we had another final. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
So once this game has reached its natural conclusion, like a 2-minute jam, we will have the Tier 3 WFTDA side final, the gold medal game here on track 2. We will see Big Bucks High Rollers taking on Manchester Valkyries for that hotly contended.
I will tell you, if you had that in your bracket prediction, you deserve a prize.
Right, so full disclosure, I had Valkyries in my bracket. I did not have Big Bucks.
Maybe we should put a poll to see whether we think he's telling porky.
No. Like I said, it's rematch
Yes.
central here this afternoon. Bristol and Wiltshire have played each other already this season. London Battersea had taken on Big Bucks High Rollers already this season as well, with Battersea taking the win by a reasonable margin. So yeah, I had Battersea in my bracket. All right,
all
fight me.
All right. Well, that was some compelling evidence, Smashy. I'm going to let you have that. Just if nothing else, for the conviction in your voice.
Are you surprised that I've got stats prepared and I'm actually a little bit prepared for some sort of colour commentary?
Me, quite frankly. Anyway, producer Bolt is making me look good right now and confirming that indeed Wiltshire's largest lead over Bristol so far in this first half was just 15 points. Bristol now have pretty much doubled that. Their lead is 29 points. So some fantastic work from Bristol to really turn things around at the end of that first half. So we do not have a huge amount of time on the period clock, just about 3 minutes as well. We've got Badger out there up against Chip, and Badger just never stops working. You know, it's just that extra work, trying to just shake him around. Up front, Chip trying to do the same. Ginge just like having none of that. And this is
Skelly with a lovely hit of Badger there, taking them back to the jam line.
Yeah, so Chip is lead jammer. Ginge has gone to the box for forearm. Sid Vicious has gone for a multiplayer. So we are down a block at each, and Bristol are in control of this jam. They are looking to finish this half incredibly strong, but Badger trying to attack there. 4 points for Bristol, and Wiltshire well done, Wiltshire.
Those aren't rhetorical points.
They are not. Wiltshire answer with 2 of their own. So Wiltshire 57 points, Bristol 88. I believe Bristol have a streak of 7 leads. Not anymore though. That was right before that one. So we are just having a team timeout.
Wiltshire deciding to use their team timeout, which, understandable, if you've had if Bristol having picked up a bit of a streak.
Anything you can do.
It's any sort of disruption to kind of throw them off their game.
We saw it earlier. There was a huge official timeout earlier, and it really played into London's hands. You know, it was it was a huge reset. Wasn't quite enough for them to take the win in the end. But it shows you that you can mess with momentum.
But what you're seeing on your screens here is it is an opportunity for Bristol to have that sort of conversation about, what's working, what's not working.
Yeah.
I mean, let's zoom in more. Let's see what we can lip read off Divine Wrath.
If you are a lip reader, please pop that in the community Discord. If do you know what Divine Wrath was saying there? We've got arm movements as well now. So
was he threatening to make out with the announcers like they did at the World Cup?
Oh no, we shouldn't have such things. Outrageous. You can't mix with skaters.
That's how you get COVID.
Well, you can't mix with skaters.
Oh no, that's from licking the World Cup.
No, that was the flu, actually. So, refocusing, Wiltshire versus Bristol, Aphrodite versus Diamond Dodge. And Diamond Dodge says, Aphrodite, you might have ruined my 100% record last time, but I am not standing for it. And Dodge has collected lead. Oh! Did they land it? They did not. Reset.
Still
Go
cool
again.
though.
It was still very cool. Aphrodite coming in, and we called off. We are called off. Diamond Dodge went, no, Aphrodite. That'll do.
Sit down. Take several seats.
No. So, a scoreless jam there. I believe that must have been our first scoreless jam. That's our second.
We did have one very,
jam.
very early on. You were talking about bagels.
Tennis and bagels, absolutely, yes. So, Letter Renegade versus Tilly Latimer as we head into the final minute of the period. So you've got a minute on the period clock, you've got 2 minutes on the jam clock. Let's see how this one goes. Looks like we just lost some blockers to the penalty box, but the Renegade is your lead jammer for Wiltshire, who are looking to try and just minimise the damage that's been done, but Bristol really, locking down on the Renegade there. We're seeing the bridge in from Wiltshire, allowing them to manage that pack, but Tilly Latimer, lovely work from 808 Bookworm's Revenge to show Tilly Latimer to the outfield and just over that line. So both jammers having quite the time of things. Tilly Latimer taking a nice long assessment of what the pack was doing and how they were going to get through there. But it is Wiltshire right now who are scoring. So the Renegade on a second scoring pass now. Tilly Latimer has completed one scoring pass. Just completed the initial. My apologies. So excellent work from Wiltshire there. Exactly what they would have wanted to do as they go into the half-time. Pick up some points and don't let Bristol come back. But heads up, Sausage is in the middle. Are we going to get an official review, a timeout? Are we just having a cheeky chat? Place your bets now.
What's the goss, Sauce?
Indeed.
Because I've been talking in rhymes.
You've done a very beautiful job of that, although for those of you who don't enjoy that, I suspect it was my fault, so apologies.
It was.
Apparently everything's my fault this weekend, so that's good.
But
that is it. That is
infield
half-time.
Cleared. Sausage has run away.
Right, so we can officially all go and get a cup of tea and relax for a minute, because you do not want to miss this second half. There are medals on the line. And we have had quite the first half. So make sure you join me and Smashy Boy right here in about 13 minutes.
Love you, bye.
Welcome back to the Five Nations playoffs. And we are here with the Tier 2 gold match. And Wiltshire and Bristol have been slugging it out. And honestly, if you're just tuning in, you have missed an excellent half of roller derby, because Wiltshire were in quite decent control. They got themselves up to a biggest lead of around 15 points over Bristol. But then all of a sudden, Bristol woke up, didn't they, Smashy, in the latter stages of that first half. And despite it being 9 leads apiece, Bristol were much more effective in those final jams at piling on the points.
They really capitalised in a very short space of time to turn the tide against Wiltshire.
How the tables turn.
the tables doth turn. Also, if you are just joining us here on the stream, get yourselves onto the community Discord.
Yeah.
Get yourselves on there, put some things in there, and we might shout you out. Who knows?
Or you could just virtually heckle.
Yeah, that's the age we live in.
This is it, Get yourself on there. Come and tell us what you think. Tell us how much you've been enjoying the weekend, Just round out your experience. Everybody is ready here. We are looking to get going in this second half.
Diamond Dodge doing what Diamond Dodge does best, which is starting the jam a quarter of a track behind the jam line.
I'm concerned if we had them fire doors open, would Dodge start all the way out there? So,
Dodge would start at the M6.
Yeah, there you go. There's a lovely cutout from our wonderful production team. Real Time Events bringing you this fantastic weekend of production. But there you can see Dodge. And it's going to be Diamond Dodge versus Live Wire. It is Bristol in the white, Wiltshire in the green. And we are underway right here. Live Wire, actually the highest scoring jammer for Bristol in the first half with 23 points. Dodge was actually the highest scorer for Wiltshire with 21 points.
Live Wire now back in the fray, hitting into the middle of that Wiltshire wall before dodging out to the inside, picking up those 4 points. Are they 4 rhetorical points? They are 4 unanswered rhetorical points for Bristol in this first jam of the second half.
Yeah, despite the speed on Diamond there, not able to get in and grab a sneaky point. So Bristol looking to continue this game the way they finished the first half. Wiltshire will be looking for a response here. We're pretty even on penalties, 13 to Wiltshire, 11 to Bristol. Nobody in any major trouble just yet, but let's see how this goes. Renegade versus Chip, and it is Renegade pushing up front, but despite Blackthorn throwing themselves on the floor, Renegade is your lead jammer. We see Thistle has gone to the box for a forearm, depleting the Wiltshire lineup. The Renegade, though, making it look like Bristol hadn't got all 4 of them out there, as we see Chip make the move on the outside to complete the initial. So Bookworm's Revenge also going to the penalty box as well. So look at this work from the Renegade up front, tussling with Bristol and challenging those links, which is always a wise move as a jammer.
And also causing no pack to be called, allowing the Renegades just to slip on through.
This is an excellent response from Wiltshire. Second jam of the second half, and really trying to put some points up there. Let's see how we're looking at the end of that jam. So that was 4 points picked up by Bristol, taking them to 96. They are flirting with the century mark, and 11 points put up by Wiltshire, taking them to 75.
It's a 21-point game. We have seen jams of that nature so far this weekend. I think the biggest we've seen is 32 in one of the JRDA games. So that's not an insurmountable task.
It is not, and Badger is up for the challenge, but Bristol have locked down beautifully. Aphrodite for Destruction is struggling a little bit here. Wiltshire are able to counter that lateral movement. Badger just hopping and jumping, but there's always a Bristol body to get in the way. Look at the work these blockers are doing. Aphrodite finds room on the outside, but Wiltshire managed to get a body in front, and it's caused the penalty, a forearm picked up by Aphrodite for Destruction, which means that Badger is your lead jammer with a power jam, and this is what we talked about with the momentum swing. Wiltshire coming out now, looking to really ease into that Bristol lead. So excellent work as we see Badger doing battle.
So Badger with one to beat Divine Wrath there, one of their own teammates from the World Cup, both of them skating for Team Wales. So there is going to be some sort of knowledge from that perspective about how those teams play.
And honestly, Wiltshire got themselves a goat there, which is always a throwback that I thoroughly enjoy. But Badger is back and pushing here. Oh, Divine Wrath looking for the cut. Badger playing it safe on that secondary entry just to make sure Aphrodite is out of the box and is tussling up front. Great movement there to get on through.
So Aphrodite still on their initial pass. Badger seeing the danger as Aphrodite comes back round, calling off the jam, picking up an additional 3 points on that last pass, bringing the score to 82 to Wiltshire, 96 to Bristol. 14 points in it and 25 minutes to go.
This second day of roller derby here at the Five Nations has offered some fantastic, don't get me wrong, we had some fantastic games yesterday, but we are really getting to the business end of playoffs now, and this is what we get for that. Swift versus Tilly Latimer here. So, some excellent work from the blockers here. Their jammers are just not having it easy this afternoon, but Tilly Latimer does pick up a lead for Bristol. So excellent work there to get through. Despite this, it's solid blocking display, but you got to go all the way to the line and you got to go all the way over it. These jammers need button-inch smash.
One-on-one blocking from question mark there. Didn't necessarily pay off. He's going to go sit down in the penalty box. But even for that time, being able to hold off Tilly Latimer, slowing them down, it's still beneficial. It's still paying off.
Yeah, it absolutely is, as we see Swift catching up with Tilly Latimer. And we do get the call off there. So, Bristol have now broken the century mark. They have taken themselves to 103 points with 7 picked up in that jam. Wiltshire picked up 4 points in that jam, taking them to 86. We are still tied for leads, 11 each, which really does sum up this game. So, as we mentioned, we have our fantastic producer, Blunderbolt, with us today, feeding us our stats as we watch Diamond Dodge go up against Livewire.
So it's a repeat of that first jam of the half.
We're settling into our rotation now, and these blockers were settling in, but then all of a sudden Diamond Dodge got away, and we are now in a battle. We've got quite a few missing on the track, but the penalty box is slowly emptying. This is an incredibly fast jam, and Diamond Dodge is taking advantage of it. Livewire is no slouch either, as you see.
I was expecting Diamond Dodge to be calling off the jam, considering how quickly Livewire made it out for their initial, but now Diamond Dodge maybe having a slightly easier time, maybe not having an easier time of that pack, but all of the action there on turn 4.
Yeah, Livewire with some great work. I mean, it is just the width of a toe stop on the side, but it wasn't clean enough, and Livewire has picked up a track cut. So excellent work over the line there. So this is a power jam in favour of Diamond Dodge, and this will be very handy for Wiltshire.
So we've seen a fairly even split of the lead jammers, but what is probably, we're seeing, I think, more jammer penalties for Bristol. Yes, when they've got lead, they're able to capitalise on it more, but they are not necessarily as clean in terms of their jammer gameplay, but still managing to kind of capitalise when they have got lead.
Indeed. So we see the Renegade take this power jam start here, and Bristol, you trying to get away from the Renegade, and the Renegade with a slinky shoulder there.
It's the fact that you've got the blur on the camera. She's going so fast.
It was a lovely use of the shoulders there. Just sending the blockers at the wrong direction. The Renegade, though, is shoved out and will be recycled, but great work from the teammates there to shut the gate. The Renegade coming in and tussling immediately with the Bristol blockers. This is very good penalty kill, despite the getting through on the initial. This has slowed the roll of the Renegade, and we see Livewire also looking for room on that outside. Nobody's going around the outside. The jam is over. So Wiltshire creeping up now. 98 points to them, 107 to Bristol. The pendulum swings once more.
It's been a while since we've seen that lead kind of close down to single figures.
Yep.
We were in the kind of region of kind of 30 points ahead for Bristol. Wiltshire now kind of shutting it down, getting it into that kind of 9 points.
21 minutes still on the clock, and here we go with Badger versus Chip. So two very different styles here, but let's see who's going to be the most effective. It is Chip who gets a lead. Badger still in that start straight away, but some excellent offensive work does help Badger get out, so this is pressure on Chip now. And you see Divine Roth coming in, playing some offense,
but
also
being
picking.
really nice.
I just wanted to move you. I didn't mean for you to fall over.
Oh, let me help you up, friend.
Yeah, we're all good now. We're all good. So far in this half, nobody's managed to string together more than 2 leads in a row. So this game on the edge, frankly.
And we saw that at the start of the first half as well, that, you know, in those kind of first early jams, we weren't seeing anyone picking up lead more than twice in a row. But then, I believe it was Bristol that managed to string together, wasn't it, 7?
Yeah, I think it really was. And Bristol will be looking for a little more of that consistency again. And Aphrodite is working hard up front and does indeed collect lead for Bristol. Oh, big shove.
But that was
Blackthorn. And 999, don't call an ambulance, but not for me, for Swift, hey? So Swift resets, goes again, and just Blackthorn delivering Swift into the rest of the blockers there. Aphrodite battling hard to grab those 4 points, and we see a star pass.
Sneaky star pass.
It was just an official doing the lovely movement that alerted me to the fact that stealthy star pass was happening.
I think it was just the fact that we had the incredible camera angle. I wouldn't have noticed it at all on track.
Yeah, sometimes we get very lucky with our views here.
Best seats in the house, babe.
Always, always. So 98 on the board for Wiltshire. 4 more points picked up by Bristol.
Ooh.
6 more points. I correct myself as those additional 2 points get added. So 117 to Bristol plays 98 for Wiltshire. And this is a final. A shiny gold medal is on the line. You still get a medal even if you lose, but it's just not as good a colour. Just saying.
Don't want to mix your metals.
Don't mix your metals. Diamond Dodge versus Tilly Latimer. So let's see what happens here. Tilly is at the front pushing, but it is Diamond Dodge who finds room on the outside, but is smart enough to know that the pivot went down as well, so is able to re-enter and continue.
Insane Bolt has done insane offense
today.
I've really enjoyed what they've been putting out on track.
I think you've got 3 real engines of the Bristol room there. You've got Divine Roth, you've got Blackthorn, and then of course, as we're witnessing right now.
So Diamond Dodge being sent to the penalty box for a cut track penalty drawn by Insane Bolt. So Tilly Latimer, rhetorical jammer? Unanswered jammer.
English teachers, please send in your answers on a postcard. Tilly Latimer almost had it there, but Wiltshire did shut that line right down. So Tilly will have to reset and go again.
Wiltshire doing an actually pretty good job of actually killing that power jam. You know, it's slowing it down, preventing those points to come up. And as we see, Diamond Dodge now back on track, but everyone's going backwards.
Penalty killed. So Diamond Dodge looking for that run-up that Diamond Dodge does enjoy. Very speedy re-entry to the track, but Tilly Latimer completes that pass. So 4 in the bag already, and Tilly will be coming back round now. There you go, ready for another go at the pack. Bristol looking to re-establish that lead that Wiltshire have been eating into. Yeah, I thought that one was going to get a penalty. I did. I'm no referee, but I was, babes, I thought that was a bit much. So off we go. Tilly will be very glad to hear that whistle, I am sure.
It's just everything going on that straightaway, and no real distance being given up really in that kind of second half of the jam. It was all just lots and lots of recycling, lots and lots of blockers hitting
It was
each
a
other.
lot of work for not a lot of progress, which is when you know your blockers are doing the business. Wiltshire picked up 4 in there, taking them over the 100-point mark to 102. Bristol on 124, having picked up 7 in that one. It is a 22-point game. The Renegade is looking to change that, but they are up against Livewire, who is just
Spinning
rolling around at the back.
Doing a Kylie Minogue and just spinning around.
Just, you know,
Get the gold hot pants.
got the, I was going to say almost has the shorts for it. And Wiltshire doing an amazing job here of sucking up the space. We've got 501 out there doing an excellent bit of work there for Bristol.
Annie
That is a
Mayhem.
mayhem. Annie Mayhem. Excellent. Oh, here comes Thorn. Right in the side.
The Renegade's going almost for a bit of a one-hand down manoeuvre there. Star in hand.
That is because Livewire is now your lead jammer and ready to score. Oh, I feel like we cut away at just the wrong moment there. I don't know what Livewire got up to on the outside, but it were quick and it were effective. And they have called the jam. So, it is holding Wiltshire at 102. Bristol extending their lead with an extra 4 points there. So Bristol doing very well with the game management here. There was a little run from Wiltshire. Oh, look
friends.
at that. We love it. Oh, look, Chip feeling left out. Like, what?
I want a hug too.
I'm on your team. How dare you not hug me? So Badger versus Chip. Badger fueled by the hug of the Divine Wrath. What will this do? Chip is at the back looking for room on the inside. It does appear that Badger is trying to stay in the middle, and it is Divine Wrath. I might love you and I'll hug you.
And
but
I will go to the floor trying to recycle you.
I will recycle you as far as I can. Physically do so. So coming back round into your view now is Chip, your lead gemmer for Bristol, in a scoring position, but Badger is out and will be looking to force that call off from Chip. There it is. Was it quick enough?
There's 1 point for Wiltshire.
It was not quick enough is the answer to that. 103 for Wiltshire with 1 sneaky point picked up there, and Bristol taking themselves to 130.
So Wiltshire starting this next jam with a pack advantage. Oh, 2 points picked up for Wiltshire in that last one. So two little ducks. Quack, quack.
So we see Aphrodite versus Swift here, and the blockers do not want to let them have any space on the line. In fact, we're out into negative space. Aphrodite is going backwards.
The footwork, the fancy footwork.
I tell you, Aphrodite, I bet Aphrodite don't need to buy many wheels.
It's barely on the floor.
You don't see, you just don't see it. You're like, I'm just going to run around on my toe stops. Very much reminds me of shortstop.
Ooh, Aphrodite looking for the space in lane 1, but picking up a penalty. We've got a power jam in favour of Swift for Wiltshire roller derby. It's a forearms penalty.
Another forearms.
Picked up for Aphrodite. So Aphrodite for destruction, that's their third penalty, 2 forearms and a high block that they've picked up so far.
But this is a real opportunity for Swift right now to really close this gap. There's still a minute on the clock, but they've called it after everybody ended up in a heap, and they're going to have the power jam start instead. So 3 points picked up by Wiltshire there, taking them to 107. Bristol on 130, and it will be Diamond Dodge who comes out with that trademark run up here. Ready to go for this power jam.
I mean, that's what you want for a power jam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just absolute speed.
And that is one of the occasions that Dodge starts on the jam line, because Bristol are going to run away. That was a very good tactic.
Nice
but pack
little
management from Wiltshire to make sure, and they are trying to keep their goat. Good luck with that. Insane Bolt.
Dodge finding space in lane 1 to pick up lead jammer. Aphrodite for destruction now back on track and into the mix.
But this is Diamond Dodge scoring, and Aphrodite does have to complete the initial. So Wiltshire, this is exactly what they wanted. No, back-to-back penalties. This time it's a track cut for Aphrodite for destruction, really playing into the hands of Wiltshire right now, who are aiming to try and close this gap. Diamond Dodge doing fantastic work on the outside. Let's see, it was a Bristol pivot who picked up a penalty there. Yeah, forearms penalty for Insane Bolt, who will join Aphrodite for Destruction, who remains in the box, is now standing. So
I enjoy the irony of Aphrodite for Destruction's name as a jammer because they don't get distraction penalties.
I am not part of your pack.
You can't give me that penalty. I've got a star.
But
on
I'll
my
be honest
hat.
with you, if you are in that pack, Aphrodite sure feels destructive, that's for sure. So it is the Renegade out of the Power Jam start for Wiltshire as they look to minimise this gap. We're now back to a 15-point gap. Oh, the Renegade couldn't keep it inbounds there. Oh no, good Derby Smarts as saw the penalty being issued, so gets themselves back in, got lead, and now needs to do some damage. So Aphrodite for Destruction, desperately looking to pass that star off, so Bristol don't have a jammer stuck in the box, and Blackthorn has taken it.
So Insane Bolt jamming for Bristol. Aphrodite going back to the penalty box.
So,
but is sat in the jam. No, they are being moved to the blocker seat. I was like, oh no. Oh no, not another one.
You're not. So, yes, here we go. We're all just sort of, Aphrodite going in the box as a blocker has confused everybody. So we'll get ourselves sorted out and it will be fine.
Our wonderful penalty tracking software has just lit up, which suggests that there are some skaters that are maybe in a bit of trouble. We have got Bookworm's Revenge for Wiltshire, currently sitting on 5 penalties, as is Aphrodite for Destruction on 5 penalties. In terms of the split of penalties across both teams, Wiltshire on 20, Bristol on 21. So an even kind of split there in terms of the penalties. But we're in a 7-point game, so that bit of spiralling that we've kind of seen there from Bristol has kind of very much played into Wiltshire's hands. So yeah, absolutely understand why Bristol are going to take this time to hopefully put the brakes on that.
It does look like it is going to be a power jam. I saw the Wiltshire pivot shouting power jam. Aphrodite is sat in there with the star on head.
So I'm wondering whether so Aphrodite for Destruction currently sitting for a high block.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether the star pass was not actually completed legally, and that's why Aphrodite's having to sit as a jammer.
That would be my conspiracy theory on this. I'm with you.
Thing is, if you've got someone like Chief on your bench, he's going to pick up on stuff like that and utilise. Hey, did you see that?
I think you might want to have a little look at that.
I think you might want to, reconsider your thoughts.
Absolutely. So we're all having a little chat while we just make sure that we reset, make sure everything is A-OK, but there are many conversations happening in the penalty box right now.
We are in an official timeout, so just making sure everything is hunky-dory.
So, as I mentioned earlier, a number of times, if you'd like to volunteer for 5 Nations, get yourself along to the website and volunteer. You can get involved. We have so many fun game days throughout the year. It's not just about Stoke-on-Trent. It's not. It's all across the country. Get involved wherever you are.
And be the change you want to see in British roller derby.
It's going to be my new catchphrase.
You're going to get it tattooed on your forehead, aren't you?
I mean, I might go with my arm. Just because it's me.
With a QR code to the 5 Nations website.
There we go. That is dedication, that is. So, and don't forget, if you are looking for a side hustle, maybe you're somebody who is already at home running a small business, you're doing your own little thing on Etsy, could you run the 5 Nations shop alongside it? Could you supplement your income with some roller derby dollars? I bet you could. Get in touch with the 5 Nations leadership for more information on that.
And also, get your butts onto the 5 Nations Playoffs community Discord. Get yourself on there, get yourself shouted out, or just do what I do and get yourself cancelled.
I mean, it's always an option.
It's a marvel that you've trusted me with a microphone this weekend, Briggs.
Quite
it
frankly,
really is.
any weekend we get through without ending up in Derby Hell is a success as far as I am concerned.
Whistle soup.
Whistle soup is so very famous. I love our Duke for that.
It's the fact that it's officially a sign.
It's
in the
officially
crew room.
it's a sign. Not that we're chronically online here in the roller derby community, but if we didn't have unlimited data, some of us would not know what to do with ourselves. So in the second half, biggest is that how many? Sorry, let me just check. Is that how many scores altogether, or their biggest jam? All together. So just me double checking, because sometimes I make assumptions. I does. In the second half, Deutsch has scored 20 points so far. Livewire responsible for 12. So those two who were the big highest scoring jammers in the first half are continuing their excellent work in the second. And it is only a 7-point game as we are ready to re-engage
And
Badger.
only 10 minutes left of the game as well. It's flown by.
It really has. But Badger is out there right now to try and force a lead change as we see Blackthorn exit the box as well and reunite with their teammate. But Badger is lead, and you see the Guard of Honour opening up as Badger comes in and engages straight away. We're looking for some offset.
Aphrodite for Destruction now standing in the penalty box, doing a little dance while standing in the box as well. Now back on track, star in hand.
So Wiltshire closing the gap now to just 3 points. This pass will make it a lead change. Badger
Past the star. We have now got...
Is that Divine Roth?
That's Blackthorn. No. Put your eyes in. It's Livewire.
Livewire.
Look at that, Riggs. Look at that score.
And so we head into the final 9 minutes, and we are tied at 130 all in this Tier 3 final.
I'll tell you what, Wiltshire this weekend, knowing how to put on a goddamn show.
This is what I'm saying about turning up on the day. You've got to be able to do it on the day. As the saying goes, can you do it on a cold, wet, rainy Wednesday in Stoke? That is what we ask. We do it on the weekend here in Stoke. Diamond Dodge versus Tilly Latimer are those who are out doing it right now. We do have a pack advantage for Wiltshire, but that doesn't stop Tilly Latimer, who gets lead. Oh, no, they don't.
Diamond Dodge, star in hand, passing it off to question mark.
I can see the Bristol doing an unenthusiastic power jam, but yes, because Tilly Latimer has gone to the box. I don't know what that penalty was for, but we will find out for you. So it is all with Diamond Dodge right now.
It's question mark.
Sorry, question mark has the star. So we will go for the full 2 minutes on this jam.
It has been question mark story this weekend of being past the star in what ends up being a power jam. And that's not a place as a pivot that you want to be. I don't want to be doing this for 2 minutes.
There's some pressure there. Only a minute left on the clock as we see. That's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to be. That's the sad place. Don't go in there. Don't do it. Oh, they've both done it. They've both done it. Oh, sometimes we just can't help ourselves as jammers. We see a gap and we end up in it, and then that's it. We're just getting hugged to death by the blockers. So we have ground to a halt on the far straightaway.
Those Bristol blockers being able to just move and turn and feed question mark back into that wall is incredible, like the fluid movements that they're displaying there with their defence. But that is Tilly Latimer making it out for their initial pass.
And they will be wanting to get some points, as Bristol have not scored in 4 jams now. So Tilly looking to grab some points. There's at least one set of hips pass there that I can count. So this is going to break the scoreless streak.
Oh! There's still points.
You still get them, but you won't get them. Will you get them next time round? Do you get them this time round? What happens?
I believe they are awarded in this round.
We have 4 points for Wiltshire. We're having a little conflab about where those points got legally before the penalty and all that business, I am sure, is the conversation happening down there right now.
So that's a lead change. Ooh. Gone from a tie game to a Wiltshire lead. That is a lead change.
Easy.
Swift doing the splits. Oh, no big deal.
Yeah, well, you know that wasn't your whistle for you. So just going to make sure everything is A-OK. So we are sitting on 20 penalties for Wiltshire, 24 for Bristol. And as we know, a number of those have been jammer penalties. So slight difference
Tilly
there.
Latimer having a completely clean game up until that last jam, picking up 2 cut track penalties in 1 jam.
Buy one, get one free in it.
Oh, it's the end of the day on Sunday. It's
is.
Yellow
stickers everywhere. To be fair, it feels like you need to wear your roller derby gear when you go and do battle in the yellow sticker section. Doing battle right now, though, is Swift for Wiltshire. Obviously, Tilly Latimer is having a little sit down right now, not out of choice. The referees have ruled it to be the case. Look at Swift looking for room on the inside, switches to the outside. This offense is coming in and just causing enough chaos. And even Divine Roth, honestly, even Divine Roth couldn't get that one there. That was great work by Swift. So Wiltshire in the lead and in control of this jam. Tilly Latimer exiting the box now. Beautiful work by the referees. What agility.
What? Agility in Derby?
So Wiltshire have 5 jammer penalties. Bristol have racked up a whopping 11 jammer penalties.
Skettios.
Indeed. So Wiltshire retain their lead. That was bagels all round. Nobody got any points. Nil point. Your Eurovision sucks, UK. Come back next year.
Bringing the L's to the jam line. It's Livewire and Lorenegade.
Let's see. These blockers are like, no, you're not going anywhere. The change of direction from Livewire, the acceleration of pace, the strength on the line is what sees Livewire coming through. But my word, where did the Renegade come from?
It's a foot race!
And the Renegade is in fact your lead jammer.
Get them skaters some bagels.
Ooh. Wiltshire are like, no, I don't care if I don't score as long as you don't score, because I am leading with just 4.5 minutes to go. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, Smashy Boy.
Just
there, I believe somebody posted a SpongeBob nail-biting gif in our Discord earlier, and now we are with you as there is just 4 points between this. The bagel streak for Bristol has gone for 6. Well, yeah, I'm bringing that across. We've moved away from donuts. I'm all about bagels. I'm a savoury girl. What can I say? It's Chip versus Badger. It's like the TV programmes from our youth are doing battle on track. Chip is ahead, but look at the acceleration from Badger, and there is absolute chaos. Who is going to benefit? Badger looks to be the most beneficial, but Bristol doing such a good job of reforming in front, and it's a power jam to Badger now as Chip has picked up a
multiplayer on a jammer in this economy.
What were you doing, Chip? What were you doing? So Badger is doing Matrix-style bendy business on the exit of turn 3. Cannot get out. We do not have a lead jammer. We're almost a minute into the jam. 1 more to go. Oh, what a hit. That was huge. And guess who it was? Insane Bolts.
Badger going to the back of the pack, which Divine Roth just continues to take further and further back.
Yeah, I feel like Badger was just putting their shoulder back in there. Just I'll pop that out. It's fine.
Chip now back on track.
And Wiltshire getting bodies in front, but look at the Chip stretching this pack now. The bridges are out, but Wiltshire locking down on Chip, forcing to the infield, and there's the recycle. That's a blocker win every time. Badger has made it to turn 4, but cannot exit. Nobody has completed the initial.
And that's 20 seconds left of the jam. It's absolutely insane.
These guys have given everything. They have left it all on the track. But there are 2.5 minutes for somebody to make this game and the gold medal theirs.
We need someone to, I don't want to say bust out, but bust out.
I mean, this is a moment for individual brilliance or team brilliance. The bagel streak increases to 7. so.
We've been sat at the 134, 130 for a while, but Bristol, obviously, you know, seven jams scoreless. I'm feeling things.
This is going to be interesting. Wiltshire have only been held scoreless on 3 of those occasions, so that has kept them just ever so slightly in front. It's Diamond Dodge versus Livewire. These are the jammers both teams have turned to in the moment of need, and it's Diamond Dodge who does in fact secure lead. Now there is 1 minute 20 on the period clock. There is 1 minute 40 on the jam clock. Your game management, your clock management will be key here.
Livewire is out. Diamond Dodge has been recycled. Livewire coming into the pack.
Oh, they called it. Was that the good idea? Was that a good idea? Let's see. Let's see.
Was it other whistles from the other track?
No. I saw Diamond Dodge call the jam. So with a minute left on the period clock, Wiltshire did call it. We will go again, and that, honestly, to me, that felt dodgy. That felt like a dicey decision. Whoa.
Are we having a repeat of Wiltshire Rebellion in terms of clock management?
In terms of you screaming at your screen and asking people to make different choices, let's find out. It's 138 to Wiltshire, it's 130 to Bristol, and we have an official timeout, and then we will likely be heading into the final jam unless somebody does some magics.
Both Wiltshire and Bristol have got their official reviews.
They do indeed. So don't go anywhere. This is gonna go right down to the wire. They are looking.
We are having a repeat. It is Livewire and Dodge back on the jam line again. They're expecting this to be it, and they're putting their statistically highest scoring jammers out on the line to finish this game.
Dodge was looking to do some blocking there off the line, but both have separated now. It's the battle of the 2 best jammers of the game, and it is not the lead. No pass, no penalty. So lead is still available for Diamond Dodge, but Livewire is scoring. So Wiltshire really need to get Diamond Dodge out of the pack and call this if they want to maintain the control in this jam. We see a big recycle coming in on Livewire.
So Livewire on their first scoring pass at present.
Points in pocket already. Diamond Dodge on the initial has not got out, and is that a forearms? It's a forearms to Livewire. So this looks like Wiltshire's game. There's the lead. There's the control. There is no more time on the period clock. Call it, Diamond Dodge. You did it. You did it.
That is the correct response to that
gold
end
medals
of the game.
Gold. And
I
have been at Wiltshire. I've been watching Wiltshire at playoffs for so many years. They are such a fabulous team. They always show up and show out at playoffs, and I couldn't be happier for them right now.
Since 2019, I've been announcing for them at playoffs since 2019. And
I feel like we're both having a little bit of a moment here because it is beautiful to watch a league. Look at Ginge.
Look at Ginge.
Look, if that doesn't ice and thaw your frozen heart, then nothing will. This is the joy and the pride of British roller derby, and Wiltshire have taken gold. We will furnish them with some medals. That is an official final score. Bristol did pick up 4 points and close it down just to a 4-point lead. But I hope you enjoyed that, Smashy Boy, because I did.
I have to go and do another game now, babe.
You do.
I've got nothing left. Call me Ian Beale, because I've got nothing left.
Oh God, yeah. Sausage, lovely appearance there, and we must say, huge thank you to Bristol for being such incredible competitors this weekend. They have treated us to some just stunning roller derby, but the joy right now is with Wiltshire, and I hope you all at home are as happy as we are to see these skaters achieve their goal. Everyone gets a medal in this game. It's just about the colour, but Wiltshire will be incredibly chuffed with that. So, one more to go. One more final to go. Go and get yourself hydrated, get some snacks, you're going to need them. And we will be back with who?
We will be back with Manchester Valkyries taking on Big Bucks High Rollers. That is due to start any minute according to our schedule. I would say hold fire, go get yourselves a cup of tea and a bicky, and we will be back with that Tier 3 final gold medal game as soon as the skaters are warmed up and the officials are ready. It's going to be a nail biter, just like this gold
really
medal
is.
game
We have
was as
delivered some fantastic games this weekend. So a big thank you to our producer Blunderbolt for keeping us informed throughout the game. I've been Riggs.
I have been, and I will continue to be, your boy, Smashy Boy.
We are out. See you for the next one.
Love you, bye.